everybody!
It's us!
It's us. We
The
are
people.
the people, indeed. The Vikkie people and the Sarah people. And today we are starting what will hopefully be a new series.
An adventure.
An adventure.
An adventure into shit.
Come with us into the world of impulse purchases and terrible ideas. We hope on this series to have a look through gadgets, gizmos, beauty products, stuff, hobby products, literally anything. If you think that you might pick it up as an impulse buy, we will probably test it.
Or buy it later when you donate it to a charity shop.
And it's generally seeing how much value for money you can get out of these products.
If any.
If any. If they were a good idea in the first place.
Yeah.
And whether it would be worth you investing in them.
This is Vikkie now. It's my new friend. Vikkie bought this for £12, £13.
Somewhere around there.
12 or 13 pounds from the bloated corpse of BHS. It is a cupcake maker, which I have unpolystyrened for your delectation and delight. So what you have is a sort of pink ketchup bottle for stuff, an icing thing for other stuff, a tiny spoon for God only knows what reason, no instructions, and a George Foreman that makes cake. So, like, so it's like a sandwich toaster. You put cake in, you close it, it's hot, it makes cake. Came with no instructions. So I've googled instructions for something else, which is the gourmet gadgetry cake maker, which looks the same but pink, so better. And we're going to try and test it out with one of the recipes from that book, involving some things that I bought this morning from Tesco's when I was asleep.
So I don't know if you can see, you probably can't. You see the ever so slight haze coming off the back of it? There appears to be some smoke or steam or something.
We're hoping steam.
We're hoping steam. It doesn't smell like burning, it just smells like lemons.
Does it smell like burning lemons?
There wasn't like a plastic sheet or anything that needed to be removed before first use, was there?
Yeah, I'm that dumb. No, there wasn't.
It may ruin the cupcakes, but...
Oh no, it looks safe in there.
Okay, it may just have been the butter then that's like...
It's not like... There's nothing at the back that looks like it's burning.
Okay.
It might just be the butter. Although it says you can use butter.
1 minute 53 seconds.
Okay. I'm slightly worried that this plastic bit on the top is burning. It's definitely lifting up.
I think there's a thing.
That's weird. Maybe that was the source of the mysterious...
But actually, yes, now that you're saying it, if you look from here, you can see where it's...
Oh yeah, it's going up at... okay. Design. Okay, they look more cooked.
Yeah. They're still, like, the ones around the edge are the ones that are really getting the...
Well,
browning.
according to this, they're done. Like, they are cooked.
Oh, okay. They're just a bit pale.
Yeah.
Which,
Ooh!
I don't know, maybe that's what you want in a cupcake. Oh, now see... The underside is where, like, that looks cooked.
Yeah.
But on the top, it looks pale. And, like, if we were making that in an oven, I'd be like, nah, stick it back in for another.
I'd be like, the oven's not working. We are actually making some in the oven. We're doing some control cupcakes with the rest of the mixture that didn't fit, because this only makes 6. So we're making...
I feel like it maybe would have gotten a better bake if it had grooves in the top to match.
Like if it encapsulated it.
Instead of just having the sort of flat iron.
Yeah, I don't know how much that actually touches the cake when it's actually... Because this is touching it from the moment you put the mixture in, but it has to swell up to reach that, and it won't all be touching it.
No.
It looks like where it's gotten brown is the bits that's touching like this bit, which must be look like the hottest part. They do come out quite easily with all the butter, except these two, which...
these are the ones that we did in the cupcake maker.
Hang on. Hand for scale.
And we said we were doing some other ones in the oven. Now, admittedly, that's 4 big ones and 1 smaller.
Average sort of size
size
tiny fairy
cupcake.
cake.
Against 7 pale looking. Like, let's just put 1.
7?
Yeah.
Why would it make an odd number?
I don't know.
Ugh!
Which of these would you rather have? Comment below. I'd love to hear your opinion.
I got vanilla buttercream icing by Mrs. Betty Crocker, or Ms. Betty Crocker, because my icing can sometimes split or go wrong, and it's very hot and sunny in Bristol today, and thought I'd just go with that. It's been in the fridge, so it's been in the fridge. Testing me. So it's all nice and cool, and the cupcakes are cool. These ones will have cooled down a bit more by the time I've iced these. And we're going to use the 2 icing tools that came with the kit. So we've got an icing bag that Vikkie thought was this long until we unrolled it, which is clever. And it has, I don't know if you can see, but it has a plain tip, which is disappointing because I like a star tip on cupcakes, then you get that nice swirliness. This looks like more for writing. And we've got this, which I thought was for putting the cake mix into the cake thing, but it's got a really small hole, so we think it's for icing. So we're going to put icing in this because there's no instructions and it doesn't have a name on it. So it's either for that or like super girly ketchup, and try and ice it with that. I don't think either one of these is going to produce like a nice cupcake swirl. Like, if you look at the picture, which I know is like art on the box, but it has this nice swirl, and that's what I like on a cupcake, but neither of these is going to do that. So I'm skeptical.
Yeah.
You can see that it does. Just a line.
Anything more complex than that?
So you're out of luck. I haven't put much in this because I don't think it's going to work. So, okay, we'll do this one. Ooh, such style. Fairy cake. No. It's so perfect. It's like one of God's little angels.
Or God's little plate of spaghetti.
It is like that thing with the Play-Doh where you make the hair. This is going well. Okay, we'll stop.
Okay, so the super fine tip one.
It's not super fine. It's super not fine. So I suppose what you could do is put a different nozzle on and then screw that on, but that's the only one it comes with. So I'm just going to try like the bare bag. I'm going to bare bag it. Don't do this at home, children.
Has actually, oh god, no. No, god, no.
I think that worked better.
So.
That's definitely like more icing on the
Yes,
cake.
you are correct. No, god, no.
That I am annoyed. Can I just say that I'm annoyed by this?
Cupcake clan, yes.
Yes, because with a normal piping bag, it's like flexible right down to like this part, but this is like an inflexible plastic, but the icing's actually gone on the outside of it and gotten stuck. So when I'm trying to like clear this out so that it'll be easier to wash later,
There's still loads in there.
it like I could.
Okay, I don't know if that's visible to people watching, but the bag just folded itself inside out around the shuttlecock.
I have like, I don't want to say icing bag foreskin on YouTube.
So I'm putting some icing in the ketchup bottle. I really don't see how this is going to work, because literally all that's going to happen is I'm going to put this icing in this bottle. It's going to stick to the sides and fall to the bottom. That's it. Like, even getting it in the bottle is not easy, so it's just...
Maybe that's for like thin out icing, like melted chocolate or
Yeah.
glacé icing or...
Okay, well, there's some. I'm going to try on one of the larger oven-baked ones.
Cupcake Clan doesn't look so bad now, does it?
Okay, we're getting somewhere. It's in the nozzle.
Oh, I thought you were making a cute little love heart.
Yeah, I did too, and then that happened. If you were using melted chocolate, maybe it could be of use, but I mean, ketchup bottle is not... Maybe this is for putting the cores in cupcakes.
What, like a cupcake middle?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be.
Yeah.
If I get one of the cupcakes that
But
it comes...
going on the quality
and
of the
just,
rest of it, I could... Yeah.
That's gonna, like, block it. And just...
Uh-huh. See, that has put some in there.
Okay.
Not well, but it has.
I mean, you're not wrong. But it leaves a big hole in the top,
Yeah.
so I don't know what the point of that would be.
Okay, so if it is a cupcake corer, it's not a good one.
Yeah. This is my usual piping bag, just a nylon bag, which isn't ideal because it does leak. It just comes through, it's kind of porous. But I'm gonna fuck it up now. But if you take a cupcake, you can do the boop. And get a nice swirl on it, and it looks nicer than just flat cupcake-ness.
We now have some partially iced cupcakes.
So this is the one that I baked in a fairy cake case, just in the oven like normal, and iced with my own icing bag. This is one of the CUPCAKE MAKER cupcakes iced with my normal icing bag. And this is what you get if you use everything that comes in the kit. So this is the CUPCAKE MAKER cupcake iced with the icing thingy that comes with it, and that's the icing bag. The icing bottle, we don't know if it's meant for icing, so
It may be,
that seems unfair, so we're
Yeah.
going to discount
it
that
may
one.
be meant for cupcake coring though, in which case that also did not produce a particularly good effect.
Yeah,
So
here's the cupcake we attempted to put a core in, and
it's barely gone through.
there's nothing
Like,
in there.
There's nothing in there. So
So, that didn't work.
I feel a lot of the problems that we experienced with it were partially due to the fact that the instructions
We're not in the kit.
either had not been included in the kit or were missing. So, I mean, whether that's an intentional thing that they did not include any instructions with it to make it seem like it's this easy thing, or whether it's just a factory defect and we were supposed to have some instructions with it that were not included, I don't know. But we didn't have any, so
Yeah,
that's
not
a
great.
negative point in either context.
It's maybe a good thing to give to a child, like under supervision, like if they were like 10.
To introduce them to
Introduce them to the idea of baking, because it's kind of simple and they don't have to mess around with like the proper oven, even though it does get really hot and it's kind of like a George Foreman, which I wouldn't let a child use.
But also it has the benefit of, like, the oven cupcake ones did take, I think, about 2.5 times as long to bake.
Because these are smaller
as
and
those
they
ones.
took about 8 minutes to cook. But so I think this is probably better than one of those like easy bake oven type things where it's just like a light bulb that cooks it.
Yeah.
But I think the cake decorating stuff that comes with it is probably setting your child up to fail.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, on the one hand, your child is probably not going to care too much about the overall appearance of the cake for their first couple of bakes, but I don't think this is a way to get kids interested in proper actual baking.
yeah.
Like, it's a way to get your child interested in how raw ingredients turn into cake. Because there's a certain element of like, look, we're just going to mix all this together in a bowl and then put it in this magical orange box, and then 8 minutes later it's cake. And
I also think a comment, because I have eaten one of the little ones that we made, like with the maker. The recipe that comes with, not in the instructions that were with this kit because there weren't any, but the recipe that was in the instructions for a very similar device made a very dry cake. It's kind of dry and unpleasant and not particularly very nice. And another thing that I would say is that the colour of it is really quite pale and unappealing. And it makes 7. It makes 7 cakes, not 8, not 6, 7, which is I think should be in even numbers. It's maybe a try.
it's definitely not a why.
It doesn't not work.
It works, and I can definitely see how it would be useful to a specific type of family, maybe. Or like a specific user might get benefit from it.
If you're a parent and you're making cakes and you've got a child who wants to help, you can say, here's a little bit of leftover mixture, put it in your little cake maker, and then you can decorate alongside me.
Just make sure not to touch it before the 7 minutes are up,
but then
because it gets really hot.
They can just use an oven. So it's one of those things that you could have. It is fun, but ultimately kind of useless.
To be honest, it might be more useful employed in baking other things.
Yeah.
Like, you could probably make a really nice quiche in that, or like 7 mini quiches. Because one of the things I said when we were using it was that the top of it, I will pick it up and show you, while the bottom has the individual grooves for the cakes, the top of it is just a flat plate.
So the cakes aren't actually touching the top until they've risen slightly, so they're not getting brown.
There's a lot of space in between what's in the bottom part and what's in the top part. So, to my mind, you could possibly make like individual quiches or
some really weird shaped toasted sandwich.
Yeah, like there's
that would be the
other possibilities that you could do with it.
But bottom line, I think we can all agree as a group that we would prefer this, iced professionally by me, to the squiggly spaghetti monster
on a pale underbaked cupcake.
That's just...
They do look raw.
They look.
If those came out of the oven, I would put them back in for another 5 minutes.
Yeah. They're done. They just don't have like this nice kind of
golden,
done out of shell,
yeah.
And they are quite dry, as I've already said. So, but yeah, if you have children. You could get one of these from BHS if BHS hadn't closed down, but there are about 6,000 other ones that are identical that you could get.
So I think we're going to call it a try, but not like a definitely try. It's a try that's verging on
it's not like
why bother.
Yeah, it's like, sort of like a, you could try, but why would you?
It's like most houses have ovens.
Yeah, if you didn't have an oven, this might be useful.
Yeah.
But then, like,
it's only going to be useful for some very specific things.
So.
Bye. I know it was coming. I tried to be prepared.